Heaven high, everyone. Peace, and I'm full of thanks for all who tune in. Once more, Nikosi Baba is here with another topic, a top pick that someone asked me to touch on. And this was the top pick out of several other top picks. Today, I'm going to expound on the importance and reasoning and process of children, posterity, the continuation of life, the propagation. You see, even when we look at this word infant, when we have babies, what we call babies, and they're infants, it's actually an infinite mirror from your subconscious mind. Infinite, that's what an infant is. It's literally God at that point. And then as the child starts to develop and you start to fill its cup, the child actually starts to show you everything wrong with you. So really and truly, children they're the most perfect mirror. They actually give you the chance to really receive the kingdom of heaven. Because lest we become like one of those pure children, you won't even receive the light. We all must be children. You're not an adult. And being an adult is actually what's killing you. Paying rent and going to your job is literally what's keeping you dead and keeping you serving the devil, as they call it, right? You are serving death at that point. So children are literally divine messages from the universe to really just, God is always calling you. Life is always telling you, come, this is you. You don't have to be dead, no. And then think of how perpetual this death spell is. Within a few years after you have your child, the child is now speaking the same dead language. They're eating the same dead food. They're living in the same dead society, being a participating slave in the world, not serving God, participating in the same dead religious programs. I'm sure some of us have good intentions and we're hoping to give our children the truth. That's why we put them in church. That's why we put them in school. Go deeper, my friend. Go deeper, my child. Life is far more deeper than it appears to be. Church and school is not giving your child salvation. You see, in the world, they train us and always put into our minds to always be like, man, I came from my mother, got my name from my mother. Now, you know I love my mama. But see, there's a reason why I'm Baba. Even my sons gave me the name Baba. I love my Baba, and I love my mama. Where is the Alpha and the Omega, the Yin and the Yang, the masculine and feminine once again? Before I became a baby, I was actually like a sperm. And I was an egg simultaneously, then formed into everything else. So I came from my father and my mother. You forgot. You forgot. With the illusion of separation, the order is always dealing with your father, then your mother. That's not taking nothing away from your father or gassing up your father. That's not taking away nothing from your mother or gassing up your mother. It's both very important within the circle. We're dealing with a circle. We're not dealing with a box. This isn't a one-sided box. This is the circle of life. So honor thy father and thy mother. We really must take heed to the messages that children come here to show us. They're there to free you. When you try to put a diaper on the child, every child, when you try to put the diaper, that's why it's called a diaper. It's not a life per. It's not nothing giving that person life. It's something that's actually blocking the flow of life. It's a dead tool. Using these plastic, foolish, how can I say, like synthetic covering to put on that child, and then you get diaper rashes, and no child wants to wear a diaper. No child wants to wear a diaper until you train them and you break them in, just like how the slave master broke you in. They broke you. You broke yourself though. And you got the power to actually fix yourself. You need to become fixed to the truth, but not fixed to being like a boxed in person to where you're so fixed and trapped into the lie. When I say fixed, I'm saying you gotta fix the fact that you were never broken to begin with. You were born fixed. You're complete. You're perfect. You are literally perfect. And that's all Nikosi Baba is here to remind you of. I'm simply there to be that childlike mirror. I mean well, and I hope that one and all will be able to cite that. I love all of my children. Everything I do in my journey is for my children. I learn so much from my children. In fact, in life, you can learn more from children than anything, actually. They teach you how to be a real human. You have new humans now. These aren't even humans no more. There's so many different aliens from different galaxies. The entire universe is actually on Earth. You can see the multitude of aliens, all the things you think of, the so-called Anunnaki, Dravidians, Greys, whatever you guys call them in your new world. But see, we're not making a new world. We're making a new Earth. And on this new Earth, the persons that have a heart that's pure as a child will receive everything on this earth. They will receive life and nature forever. So let's really listen to the children. Even with this idea of what a parent is. What is a parent? I'm not a parent. A parent pays rent. Pay rent. I'm not a pay rent. You don't own your children. You're not renting your children. Actually, your children, I'm going to tell you right now, when they're infants and they're infinite, your children don't even exist. Everything is you. Your children is actually no different than your illusion of parents, your father and your mother. Actually, your children are actually there as like a pure cup. But for some reason, we want to pour out the purity and fill it with what we were filled with. That's exactly what we do with children. This must stop now. Only thing we must fill into our children is the truth. Period. We be so excited to give our children shit we never had as far as material things are concerned, but most of us don't want to give our children the truth, which most people never had. Most people never had the truth. Why you don't give that to them? You said that you want to give your child something you never had. You didn't grow up with this, you didn't grow up with that. You want to give them everything you didn't have. As if all of these toys and clothes is as if it matters. It's just an illusion of matter. It really truly doesn't matter. It's very, very important for us to break these gene rational, like the ration of genes, the generational curses. It's very important, because if you don't break it for your child and make that sacrifice of ignorance. Sacrifice the ignorance out of your being in order to change the pattern for your child, their child, and so on. Because it starts with you. This is literally your movie. So rise to the occasion. Once again, man, let's be children. Children are the answer. And if we hurt any of the Most High's children, your debt is going to be far more heavy. A lot of times people think they're helping children by keeping them from certain father or even mother, not realizing that they're hindering not only that child, but they're hindering themselves from the kingdom of heaven. Things are not what they appear to be. Your father, your mother, all of these people that play as how can I say, they play as like a enabler to make you believe like, oh, don't be with that woman, don't be with that man, take your child, take them from. Ain't your child. You don't own not a. It's not your child. Actually, the child belongs to whoever belongs to life. If you don't belong to life and you belong to the world, the child does not belong to you. That child from creation actually belongs to life. When I say life, I'm saying God. That's where the child belongs. So if you are not belonging, being long being towards the Most High, then that child doesn't belong to you. Because you belong to the world. And when that child first incarnates, that child is not for the world. That child is here to serve life. They're not here to serve the world. We are not building a new world. This virus you see going on and rumors of war and all of this calamity and detestation. You think this means we're going to end one shit stem? We're going to end one shit stem and then make another one. They say to stop. They say Africa, for example, must stop using Babylon money and make their own currency. As if any fiat currency is going to be what gives people riches and the truth and salvation and freedom. No. So let's get out of all of these lies and let's become infinite. Let's be infants. Infinite. Have a night. Seagull.